Stop what you're doing. I'm going to reveal the secrets in this video on how to rank up in Rocket League, and spoiler alert, I'm not going to bring up a mechanic a single time in this entire video because I'm sick of hearing people say, oh, learn the double flip reset, oh, learn the musty. Like, the mechanics don't matter and has no correlation to how to actually rank up. There's way better ways to start winning more games, and it's not grinding flip resets or aerials. I'm about to break down the things you actually need to focus on if you want to see real improvement and finally rank up. And trust me, this is the advice nobody's giving you. And if you're wondering, Dice, who are you and why should we even listen to you? Well, for one, I'm a high SSL player, and for two, I got really high ranked with little hours, which means I'm getting there in the most efficient way possible. I was one of the first 100 people to get SSL in Rocket League this season, and I was one of the first 100 people to get SSL rewards. So I'm not saying I'm the best player in the world, but I definitely know a thing or two when it comes to how to rank up, how to get the highest rank, what mechanics to practice, and everything relating to game sense. So here's the deal. Everyone talks about mechanics like they're the end-all be-all of Rocket League, but if you're always out of position or just making the wrong decisions, no amount of mechanics will save you. The key to improving quickly isn't just pulling off insane mechanics, it's mastering game sense and positioning. And if you think about this, you don't need to challenge the ball every single time or make risky plays to be effective. Sometimes the smartest move is just to hang back, let the play happen, and then position yourself in a spot where you can either support your teammate or defend. Good positioning is about anticipation, and it's really about reading where the ball is likely to go and being there before the opponent does. So when you improve your positioning, you'll find that you don't even need to rely on mechanical skill as much because you'll be in the right place already, whether it's to make a save, clear the ball, or set up a goal. Now let's talk about rotations, probably one of the most important concepts that players, especially lower ranked players, overlook. And rotations are kind of like the glue that holds your team together. When your rotations are on point, everything else just falls into place. You cover your teammates, you reduce your chances of being caught out of position, and you keep the pressure on your opponents. Here's how you can think about it. Imagine every time you or your teammate challenges the ball, someone else is rotating back to cover. It's like having a safety net. If the first challenge fails, there's always a second or third line of defense. Proper rotations mean you're always prepared whether you're attacking or defending. Too often, players get stuck ball chasing or double committing because they're focused on the immediate play rather than what comes next. Instead of always trying to be involved in every touch, focus on your role in the rotation. Sometimes the best play is backing off, grabbing some boost, and getting ready for the next play. Even with the best intentions, we all make mistakes in rotation from time to time, me included. The good news is you can recover quickly if you know what to do. Let's say you pushed up too far and left your net exposed. What you need to focus on is getting back into position as fast as possible. Don't linger, don't chase after the ball when you're already out of position, just rotate back. Your recovery can be and will be the difference between a win and a loss. If you ever watch a high-ranked player and you notice they overcommitted, you'll notice that sometimes they can get back on defense if they have a good enough recovery. And so if you notice you're overcommitted, use your boost wisely, rotate as fast as you can, and make sure you're in a spot where you can defend. The sooner you recognize this mistake, the better your chances of fixing it before it costs you a goal are. Also, don't fall into the trap of just looking for the big boosts all the time. Small pads are scattered all over the field. I believe there's 34 small pads, and they can give you just enough, 3 or 4, 48, 36, just enough boost to recover and stay relevant in the play. And it's a way better play to be in position with some boost than to be out of the play completely trying to get the 100 boost. It doesn't matter if you have a million if you're nowhere near your team. Let's switch gears for a second. Playing smarter is far more effective than trying to brute force every play. When I say play smarter, I mean recognizing the situation and adapting to it. If you're up against a team that's hyper aggressive, let them overcommit, bait them into bad challenges, and take advantage of the space that they're giving you. This isn't about sitting back and waiting for mistakes, it's about controlling the tempo. When you slow the game down and force the other team to play at your pace, you'll find yourself in control. You don't need to match their aggression move for move, just play smart, focus on maintaining possession, and wait for the green light to go. Rocket League is as much a mental game as it is a mechanical one. Anticipation, awareness, and patience are what separates good players from great ones. Learn how to read the field, understand when to push and when to hold back, and you'll win more games without having to rely on crazy, insane mechanics. And you'll save a lot more time in the game too, because you're not practicing crazy mechanics that take people hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours to actually learn. And let's get one thing straight: consistency is key no matter what. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you can pull off if you're not consistent. I'm talking about consistently hitting the ball cleanly, making solid touches, and being where you need to be when your team needs you. You don't need to hit a perfect flick or pull off ceiling shots to win games. That's not how I ranked up. That's not how Flakes ranked up. You'll notice that all these YouTubers can do road to SSL without any mechanics. So if that's not proof, I don't know what is, but you just need to be reliable. Players who focus on doing the simple things well and mastering those things consistently win more games than players who occasionally 1 out of every 20 shots can hit a double flip reset. So focus on the basics, get your shooting dialed in. Shameless plug, just posted a shooting tutorial. I'd recommend you guys watch that. Make sure you're hitting the ball with intention. If you can become a consistent player, your team will always have something to rely on, and that's what turns losses into wins. Let me wrap this up with a final thought. Mechanics are overrated. Sure, they're fun and they have their place, especially in higher ranks, but if you're spending hours grinding air dribbles and flip resets without first mastering your positioning, game sense, and rotations, you're putting the cart before the horse. And I basically kind of just mean you're learning to run before you can walk, if you've never heard that phrase before. Focus on the things that matter most first: positioning, rotations, consistency. Consider that you're walking, and you'll find that mechanics, the running, become secondary. They'll come naturally over time as you develop your game sense, but the truth is you don't need them to win. I don't do any crazy mechanics, and I've been really, really high ranked. What you really need is to think smarter, move smarter, and play smarter. So to sum it all up, fuck becoming mechanical. Focus on the things that actually win games. Game sense, rotations, and consistency, get those down, and you'll start climbing the ranks faster than you even thought possible. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and smash that like button and hit subscribe for more Rocket League tips that actually help you win. And real quick, I have a Discord server where you guys can message me directly if you want. I offer coaching over there. You guys can just send me clips of your game and I can give you advice. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.